Welcome to The Fix. This is the show where we take the 5 biggest questions you've asked this week and give you the practical answers you can use right now. Hi everyone, my name is Craig and it's very good to be with you today to present you another edition of The Fix. And this week in The Fix, our theme is data, because after we had our session on Wednesday with the AI shift, one question kept coming up about data, and that is how to get it organized so that AI can actually help you and your business. And most businesses want better AI outputs, better recommendations, and better predictions. But in all honesty, their data is scattered, it's messy, it's inconsistent, and it just is living in too many places. I've been there, we've all been there. We've got a Google Sheet, we've got a Google document, we might have a Microsoft, an Excel spreadsheet, we might have something in our CRM, we might have something in our email base, we might have something in our accounting software. It's all over the place. And today's edition is about answering the 5 most common questions that came up after our session on data and the AI shift on Wednesday. And we're going to present the answers here today and give you some clarification and steps. And the first question is, where do I even start with organizing my data? We suggest you start with the core 4 data fields that every business needs. You've got someone's name, you've got someone's email, hopefully you've got their phone number if they're a customer of you. If not, they're just an email customer. And you've got their lead source, where they came from, whether it was a form they filled in, what the name of that form was, whether it was through your website, whether it's through your newsletter, whether it was through a lead magnet. But you need to be clear on where they came from, because these 4 fields will drive around about 80% of your intelligence. It will give you direction and give you insight into where they are and where they came from. And if these are messy and you've got contradictory terms, or you've got 4 names for the one thing, then it's going to be difficult for AI to give you anything that's worthwhile for you and your business. So make sure you've got your data organized. So take 1 hour this week and just clean up the duplicates, fix the spelling, remove blanks, and make sure you have unified formats. Second question is, how clean does my data need to be for AI to work? It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be clear. It needs to be labeled properly. It needs to be consistent so that the same terms are used everywhere, and it should be connected so that data can pass through various tools from one section to another. You don't need to have all these things that people talk about in terms of big data. You just need to have your data clean, consistent, and connected, and it needs to have repeatable patterns. It needs to give something so that AI can recognize and work with. If you've got 50 different terminologies for one thing, it's going to be difficult for AI to give you some clear indication, some clear insight into what's going on with a customer, with a segment of your business, with different actions and marketing activities you do. So AI can only detect what repeats. It works on pattern recognition. So make sure your data is clear, consistent, and connected. How do I connect my tools so data flows properly? It's important that your tools talk to each other in a straight line. Your website talks to your CRM, which can talk to your email, which then can talk to your sales team and talk to your support staff. If any of these tools sit alone, AI can't see the full picture. So your website form goes to your CRM. Your CRM then will update an email. Your email platform will give it tags from your sales system. So if you know someone's is a hot lead, a warm lead, a cold lead, or whatever terminology you give it, it will then support your fulfillment, and it'll also support your support staff in terms of you have your CRM history and if there's any issues or problems that need to be addressed. If any of these tools sit alone, as we said, AI can't see the full picture. So you can either connect them with Zapier or N8N or Make, but make sure you have them connected. Do a trial run this week, try something. It's a Friday today, so try something this afternoon after this. Spend an hour just sorting out your data and doing a test run on how well your tools are connected. Because disconnected tools create disconnected decisions. And we all know, if someone's off, the left hand's not talking to the right hand, that can lead to issues when it's us as people talking to one another, let alone when it's AI and your tools and your customers and all your staff. So make sure they're all connected. And what should I actually be feeding back into my AI each week? Now, this is very, very, very important. And this is where your AI will become smarter when you feed it your results, not just your rules, not just your guardrails. When you start to give it feedback on all the actions you are taking and have taken in result of using AI to draft your emails, to draft your content, to draft your sales copy. So you feed it your sales outcomes, your customers' objections, the customer conversations you or your sales team have had, your email and your ad performance, your product feedback, what customers are saying, what they're not saying, what they don't like. You feed it your abandoned carts or your lost leads, or if people aren't responding to your emails and your lead magnets. AI can only learn from what you show it. And your weekly results are the best training data that you have, that you own, and that AI can develop for you. Your outcomes are your AI's lessons. And from those lessons, you'll develop better outcomes, better results, better strategies, and be ahead of your competition. Last question is, how do I build a simple feedback loop that makes my AI smarter? It's just a weekly intelligence loop that you put together. You collect the week's results, as we mentioned in the previous question, your sales, your leads, your objections, your activity. So you have what you did this week. You have what you did the following week, the previous week. Remove your duplicates, fix your blanks, and make sure you have fields are all the same. And you paste this into what we would do is we use ChatGPT, but you can paste it into Gemini or your Claude, whatever your tool of choice is. And you give it and you ask it questions to analyze this data. What patterns change? What signals matter? What opportunities stand out? So if you did something last week with your emails and you sat down with your AI tool and you drafted emails and you sent those out, then you get the results today. So you got the results for all your email activity that's gone through this week from Monday through to Friday. You get your results, whether that's in a Google Sheet or if it's in your CRM or however you store that data. You then take that and you then talk and load it up to your AI tool of choice and say, this was last week, this is the actions we did this week, these are our results on your key metrics that you use to drive your business. And you ask AI to analyze what happened, what signals matter, what opportunities stand out, what's working, what's not working. And it can review the top 3 insights. It can adjust your messaging or your targeting or your decisions about who you're going for. And if you do that every week for the next 6 weeks until the end of the year, your business becomes a learning system. You will turn your results around dramatically. Your business will become a learning system. AI isn't something you install. It's not a tool. It's something you teach, something that learns, something that builds, and you build a system around it. That's what's important about AI. You're building a system with it. So AI can't make sense of messy data. None of us can. And you can't expect AI to suddenly be a magic trick that cleans up all your data just because you say, here's my data. And it can't improve if you don't feed results back to it. You can't get it to do something this week and then next week do something, the similar thing, without showing it the results. You don't do that with your staff. Why do you expect that you can do that with AI? Your data is the foundation of every insight, every prediction, every automation you build next. So you clean it, you connect it, and you feed it back into your AI tool of choice. Your AI and your business gets smarter every cycle. You're learning all the time. And because you can't automate chaos, you can only automate clarity. And this will take your business to a new level. There are our questions for this week. I hope you found them beneficial, and I hope this Friday afternoon, after you have sat through this session, you just go back and have a look at your data, and you spend an hour just cleaning it up, fixing things, getting it right, maybe doing an analysis of what your email results were last week compared to this week, your open rates, your click-through rates, your sales, and get AI to give you some feedback. So that's us for this week. I hope you've found that beneficial. If you'd like us to focus on a particular area and answer some questions for you, please leave us a message. If you want to work with us and do some things with us, there are 3 ways you can do that. There's a Small Business Pulse, which is our monthly subscription service at $7, where each month we send you a number of things in relation to AI and marketing, to workflows, to insights to help you improve your business. We do have workshops we run during the month. One is on AI and marketing, and that's a 4-hour workshop with 3 attendees. The other is where we build an AI agent with you. That's a 4-hour session as well. And the final way is the AI focus engine, where we come into your business and set things up as we've discussed today in terms of your data, in terms of your email marketing, your content marketing, and build you what is the Small Business AI Growth Operating System. That's a learning, driving, AI-driven system for you and your business. If they're of interest to you, send us a message and we'll send you the links so that you can read about them and apply if that's where you want to take your business to the next level. That's us for today. Look out for us next Friday when we present another edition of the AI Shift, or catch us on next Friday when we present the Fix. I do apologize for that. And on Wednesday when we present the AI Shift, where we look at some strategic areas of AI and how you can use those and apply that to your business. But thank you again. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy your weekend. And we look forward to seeing you next week when we present another edition